If they married today, Leonor and Christian royal wedding highlights. Imagine the streets of Madrid filled with anticipation, the air electric with whispers of a union that could change the face of the Spanish monarchy. Flowers line the avenues, the cathedral doors stand ready to open, and the world's eyes are glued to every movement, every glance, every heartbeat. This is not just a wedding. This is history in motion. But what if I told you the story of Leonor and Christian's wedding was far more layered than the fairy tale pictures suggest? That behind the smiles, the impeccable gowns, and the ceremonial pomp, lay moments of tension, quiet triumphs, and choices that could redefine the monarchy itself. In today's story, we dive into the wedding that could have happened today, a royal celebration that would stun the world, a day where love meets duty, and family dynamics are on full display. And the truth is, some moments might surprise you, even shock you. As the morning sun lights up the royal palace, Leonor emerges. Not just as a princess, but as a woman stepping into a new chapter of life. The dress she wears is a delicate dance of tradition and modern elegance, a gown whispered about in fashion circles for months, designed to honor her heritage yet reflect her individuality. Every stitch tells a story. Every fold holds intention. And as she walks down the aisle, you realize this is a moment she has envisioned not just as a royal duty, but as a personal triumph. Christian waits. There is an unmistakable mix of reverence and awe in his eyes. He is not just marrying a princess. He is becoming part of a legacy, stepping into a life where every choice will be public, where love is intertwined with history. And yet, in that glance exchanged at the altar, there is intimacy, a quiet acknowledgement that for all the grandeur, this day is theirs. The ceremony itself is a masterclass in contrast. On one hand, the weight of centuries-old tradition presses down on every word, every gesture. On the other, subtle, almost imperceptible moments of personal expression breathe life into the ritual. The vows, carefully drafted, hold hints of humor, of vulnerability, of real love that might not always make headlines but will resonate in hearts forever. And then there's the family. A royal wedding is never just about the couple. It is a tapestry of relationships, of alliances, of unspoken tensions and reconciliations. You notice the slight hesitation in a certain glance, the quiet support in another's smile. The crowd may only see perfection, but behind the scenes, these relationships are dynamic, evolving, and at times, fragile. Yet the most unforgettable moments often happen quietly. The subtle squeeze of a hand during a particularly emotional reading. A whispered word exchanged in the back of the cathedral. A shared laugh during a ceremonial pause. These are the moments that define the humanity behind the titles, the love that endures beyond protocol. And the reception, oh, the reception. Imagine grand halls draped in royal finery, chandeliers reflecting light like 1,000 tiny stars, and the air filled with music carefully curated to honor both tradition and the couple's shared taste. The speeches arrive, each one carefully balancing heartfelt emotion and respect for the institution. And then, Christian speaks. His words are measured yet raw, a declaration not just of love, but of his commitment to step into the role of partner, supporter, and guardian of legacy. Leonor's speech follows, and it is a revelation. Her voice, steady yet full of warmth, bridges the gap between expectation and reality. She acknowledges her love, her future, and her people, not as a monarch in waiting, but as a human being who feels deeply, who carries both privilege and responsibility with grace. And then comes the dance. The first dance, a private moment in the midst of public spectacle, where all the eyes, all the cameras, all the anticipation fade into background noise. In that dance, there is a quiet rebellion against the pressure of perfection, a reminder that love, at its core, is tender, messy, joyful, and uniquely personal. But no royal wedding is complete without moments of intrigue. A subtle misstep in protocol that sparks whispers among courtiers. A seating arrangement that tells a story of reconciliation, or perhaps lingering tension. These details, while small, are what historians will dissect for years, the behind-the-scenes layers that reveal the human side of monarchy. As the evening sky darkens, the celebrations continue. Music swells, laughter ripples through the halls, and the couple moves among their guests, acknowledging each presence with poise and warmth. It is in these interactions, the casual conversations, the fleeting embraces, that you truly understand the power of this union, not just as a symbol, but as a living, breathing connection that has already begun to shape the future of the Spanish monarchy. By the time the night draws to a close, the story of the day is etched into memory. Not simply in photographs or news headlines, but in the emotional resonance of moments shared, choices made, and love expressed. This wedding, if it were today, would be remembered not only for its spectacle but for the humanity at its heart. And perhaps the most striking realization is this: royal weddings often feel like staged perfection, distant and untouchable. But the reality, the true magic, lies in the small, intimate moments that reveal the couple's courage, love, and commitment. Those moments remind us that even within the grandeur of monarchy, the most powerful stories are deeply human. As the night sky blankets Madrid, and the last guests depart, one thing becomes clear: if Leonor and Christian married today, the world would witness more than a royal ceremony. They would witness a love story unfolding in real time, a dance between duty and desire, history and hope, expectation and authenticity. And that, perhaps, is the most extraordinary highlight of all.